What's going on, Facebook, aka YouTube? What's going on? As y'all see in the title, it says everybody laughing at Donald Trump. Excuse the sweat and the heavy breathing. I just got done getting my cardio in. But everybody laughing at this man, yo. And I'm not taking up for the man, but cause everybody got karma. Just to get that out the way. Cause niggas think, oh man, he rolling with Trump. That nigga a coon. That nigga ain't like Plies. You know what I'm saying? Plies on Instagram. Plies a real sucker. I see why he got slammed. Why a nigga got up on his ass and slammed him off the stage, man. Plies a sucker. Plies on there like, man, I don't know why y'all dick riding a white. Why y'all always fascinated by a rich white man? The same reason why you always got money and got money to your ear and carrying big loads of money. Who all on that money, Plies? Dead white men. What record label you signed to when you first started out? Who owned that record label? Rich white Jewish men. So miss me with that bullshit, Plies. You just, yeah. You alright, nigga. Some shit be funny, but come on, man. Quit the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get it out the way. Like, man, everybody got their own cross to bear. Everybody got their own karma. Me, you, anybody watching this, you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, because we not perfect. Everybody gonna meet their karma. Some sooner than others, but we all gonna meet our karma. I done made peace with mine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I done did some things that's good, and I done did some things that's bad. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with whatever, how it go down. You know what I mean? Now, people want to laugh and, oh, yeah, he got what he, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. You know what I mean? We laugh at people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what they get. Whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, why y'all laughing at Trump, yo? Where y'all fail to realize is, and I'm talking to the masses. I ain't talking to just black people in general. I'm talking to the masses of people. Bottom line is, the same shit that Hitler did is the same shit that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Hitler made people jump on the bandwagon against the Jewish people. That's what y'all fail to realize. For some odd reason, y'all think Hitler just came and just jumped down and took power and you know what I'm saying, just became this powerful figure and commanded an army of 1 to 2 million people. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. Hold on right quick. Let me see what my man's up to. Okay, everything cool. All right, but so at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Hitler came in power just like most politicians. They come in as a pussycat. I don't know if y'all ever seen a meme where it got the little pussycat and they asking for your vote. And they asking for you to like them. And they asking this nicely. And then once they get that power, they turn to a lion on your ass. like most females, like most men. Females, if they want something, they're going to do whatever they got to do to get it. If it's some dick, some money, some time, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? They basically going to get that up out you. And then once they get about you, they might switch on you. Same thing with us niggas. Once we get, that's why most time when we get what we want, we drop a female like a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? They be wondering like how we just ghost them that quick because all we wanted was that thing. And once we got that thing, we might get a few more times or whatever. But after a while, we like, it's all right. And we go on to the next. So we went from pussycat to a lion. So that's what most politicians do. That's what Hitler did. Hitler came in, you know what I'm saying? Read up on the history, man. Read up on Hitler and how he became powerful. You know what I mean? Let the Jewish people tell it. He just came out, he came out the womb and just was a monster. No, he grew amongst the people. He was able to get the people to turn, he was able to get the ground people, the grassroots people, to turn against, you know what I'm saying, the Jewish people. That's why, if you think about it, what you want to call it, man? His like, you know how when they set up when they do like a drug, a RICO, and they got the big nigga at the top, they got the second in command, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how he had his shit structured. You know, he was the top dog. He had his right man, he had his left man, then he had so on and so forth. But they had a propaganda minister. I forgot the guy's name, you know what I'm saying? But he had a propaganda minister. His whole job was to push propaganda against Jewish people and people who wasn't like them. So if you think about it, who doing that right now? Is that Trump doing that? Like, is it the MAGA people that's trying to make you become MAGA? Or is it them people with them rainbow flags that's trying to make you bow down to them? It looks like the MAGA people just want to be heard, to me. They Americans, they feel like this is America, they want it to stay America. So it seems like to me, they want it to stay the same, which America has always been America, right? Don't act stupid. We know what America is. You understand me? So they want to keep America the same. They don't want all this shit, these illegals coming over, these rainbow flags and all this different shit popping off, right? But go to the rainbow people. What it seem like the rainbow people want you to do? Do it seem like they want to be accepted, or do it seem like they want you to bow down to them? Here in Michigan, our governor has created a law where if you misgender a motherfucker, say something like call somebody a F word or something like, you can get a felony and go to the penitentiary for some words. Last I checked, calling somebody a redneck or calling them a MAGA or like they say a maggot or whatever, last I checked, you don't nothing happen to you. Other than, you know what I mean, that person might fire on you. You know what I'm saying? If you get in his face, you know what I mean, that's any man, you know. So it seemed like to me, the same thing that Hitler was doing is the same thing that this current administration, Joe Biden, is doing. Get the people to like what you're doing. As far as, yeah, like we so downtrodden right now where we feel some type of way about immigrants, people who's illegally in the country. We gotta get them hotels and we gotta make sure they fed and we gotta make sure they got medical care and money and phones. But then we don't give a fuck about the people here that's starving and living check to check. Well, shit, minus check, 2-3 minus checks to check. So they didn't create it where we got empathy for foreigners more than we got for our own country. We're giving Ukraine tons and tons and billions of dollars. So we have empathy for war and making sure they okay. But our, like here in Michigan, we just had a tornado come through. You know what I'm saying? Tore some shit up through Weberville, Wimston. You know, basically from the west side of Michigan, which is Grand Rapids and Muskegon and all that area, came all the way across, all the way to where I'm at in Detroit and tore up some shit over here. Right now, currently, people out of power. I'm out of power. You know what I'm saying? Infrastructure is fucked up. Matter of fact, that's yesterday, so that's Thursday. Wednesday, a storm came through, you know what I'm saying, and flooded some shit to the point where Detroit Metro Airport looked like an island. So everything around it was fucked up. So basically our infrastructure is fucked up, but we sending all this money to Ukraine. We giving all this money to the immigrants. Like, come on, man, let's make this make sense. And the whole job is to make Trump look like the bad guy. Y'all don't understand, this is psychology that they playing on us. Some can see through it. That's why when I post or somebody posts like, man, I'm voting for Trump, or man, I empathize with Trump, I woo woo woo. They jumped down. They didn't got people to the point where people disowning family members, friends. You know, people ready to kill you if you decide to align yourself with that guy. It seemed like that's the same thing Hitler did. Anybody that aligned with Jews in that particular time in Germany, man, your ass was out of there, right? You had to align with them people. So it seemed like the same shit that Hitler did is the same thing Joe Biden doing. It's called Marxism. Damn near communism. Because if we get rid of, okay, let's say, all right, let's say people get their wish. Let's get rid of Trump and get rid of the MAGAs and get rid of the Republican Party. The Republican Party, because you got the every group got its fringe group. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had Martin Luther King, you had Malcolm. Well, you had Martin Luther King, you had the Black Panthers. Matter of fact, Martin Luther King Malcolm X and the Black Panthers. Martin Luther King was moderate. Malcolm X was medium, and Black Panthers was advanced. They was taking up arms, ready to go against the government and whoever, the police, whoever. You know what I mean? Now, Malcolm X, his whole thing was, you know, hey, if you bother me, I'm going to do something to you. You know what I mean? Rightfully so. Martin Luther King turned the other cheek. So same thing when it comes to the Republicans. Same thing when it comes to the Democratic Party. Right now, the Democratic Party being ran by leftists, people who believe this shouldn't even be a country. They believe this basically needs to be torn down and replace the system. Then you got people like, you know, that's on the far right that feel like, no, we want to keep this America. And that's what they call them, MAGAs. You understand? So basically, like I said, my man's then basically convinced people as a whole, psychologically, that Trump is the bad guy. Now think about it. Let's do a compare and contrast. When Trump was in office, did we have high gas? No. When Trump was in office, did we have high inflation? No. When Trump was in office, was groceries an arm and a leg? No. When Trump was in office, was we at war? No. When Trump was in office, did we have a mass flow of illegal immigrants coming across the country? No. Now Joe Biden, do we currently have, and they say it's another convoy coming of millions and millions of more illegals coming into our country. So with him, do we have more illegals coming in? Yes. Is inflation high? Yes. Is we at war? Yes. Gas high? Yes. Check across the board? Yes. Only thing he got that he's using is the psychological part where he makes you feel, yeah, Trump is a bad guy. He's trying to erode democracy. How can he erode democracy when you, like, explain this, man? Matter of fact, if anybody's eroding democracy, it's Joe Biden. He's giving money to Ukraine and we don't even know where the money's going. He bullying the Congress. That's like a dictator, right? That's somebody who's saying fuck going through Congress and going through the proper channels and American people. He like, fuck that. I'm going to give this money to these people. And there's no checks and balances. Illegals coming through this bitch. No checks and balances. With Trump, he was going by the book. He going by what the law say. Oh, he's greedy. Man, who ain't trying to get some bread around here? Who want to be fucking starving? You don't think that money is being laundered from United States to Ukraine? You don't think Joe Biden, they saying Joe Biden and his son is getting kickbacks from China, Ukraine, and other parts of the countries, the world. You don't think this man getting a kickback? Why you think Hunter Biden is getting a misdemeanor, which he should be getting a felony, because the same charges he got, that's a misdemeanor. Wesley Snipes got the same charges, and Wesley Snipes did how many years and wasn't it a felony? So since he the president's son, but ask yourself this, why he didn't want to put his tax return and the money that he was getting? Why? See, when you're getting kickbacks, you got all this, you able to travel and spend all this money and you ain't, you know what I mean? Okay, where you getting this money from? That's how the government keeps tabs on who got what and who don't have what. It's through taxes, and not just the fact that they taxing us, you know what I'm saying, and they taking money from us. That's one aspect, but the other aspect, they know where the fuck your money being spent. You made $50,000, we know where it's being spent at. Not down to a T. That's why they got this new Fed now. This new Fed now system is where they want to get it down to a T. They want to know where you spend your every last dollar at. You understand me? That's what the Fed now is about. But bottom line, the taxes let them know who got what, because you in a certain what tax bracket. You make 50,000, you in this tax bracket. You make 100,000, you in this tax bracket. You make $250,000, $1 million, so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, they know where to place you at. And they know who getting what. So when he didn't file for 3 years, okay, where was he getting money from? They don't even know because he didn't file. Joe Biden, come on, man. How he go from being A senator worth this many money, this much money, to now he a multi-millionaire with all kind of houses and you know what I'm saying, all kind of crazy shit, man. The goal is to do a smoke and mirror psychological warfare on us. And unfortunately, a lot of us are sheep. I was sheep. I was a sheep. Literally, I voted for Barack Obama twice. A sheep. When you don't understand certain things, when you're not taught certain things, when you know what I'm saying, it takes time to learn certain things. If you get taught younger, that's why, like, when they talk about Jews, Arabs, and Asians, it's not that these people are smarter than us. It is the fact like how right now, I can take y'all by a football field right now, and there's a gang of black kids out there, gang of black moms out there, hoping they baby be the next whatever. It's down there like the lottery. Oh, my baby gonna go and be in the NFL, and he gonna buy his mama a house. That's lottery type of way thinking. Instead of saying, shit, let me get these boys in these books. Let's get some academic shit cracking. Let me teach them real estate. Let me teach them how to, you know what I mean, do taxes, so on and so forth. But we don't do that. See, they do that. That's why you had a Bernstein family, Sam Bernstein family, Jeffrey Feiger, all these lawyers, man. Why you think a lot of these lawyers that's top dogs, it's not that the fact that they fucking smart. It's the fact that they push their kids and go generation to generation to generation to be lawyers. So once they gain power and gain money, okay, now they the top dogs. It's no different than a motherfucker in the hood selling dope. It's no different. We just be pushing our kids into the wrong shit. We think it's not cool. It's no swag to busting your ass, going to college and wearing not hand-me-downs, but wearing certain clothes. No, we want to be the cool kids. We want to, like, me and my wife went to go school shopping for our youngest. I thank God that my youngest son we don't put that in him. He go get a shoe, it don't care if it's a light up shoe, it's the shoe that he like. We don't force him or, hey, get these. And we literally try, like, try these. He don't like them because we ain't never pressed that. He not fascinated by a $200 pair of shoes. It's just a plain shoe to him. He likes shit that light up, shit that got certain characters on it and shit like that. He 6 years old. He don't care about that shit. And then I see these parents like, I'm guaranteed first day of school Monday, I guarantee there's gonna be kids in there, man, with outfits on in kindergarten, first grade, third grade, so on and so forth. Can't read, can't do shit, but got at least $400, $500 worth of shit on for the first day. Then we crying, all my bills, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that, I can't afford this, I can't do this. You can, but you just got your priorities fucked up. That's the only thing difference between us. It ain't that we dumb. Like white people always, you know, they don't say it, but they make little jokes and say little things online and probably within their home. It's not the fact that we dumb. We just got our priorities fucked up. And we easily psychologically duped. Like Larry Elder, running for president, was on the Breakfast Club. He told Charlemagne the God, Tesla, and Glow Stick out the ass. Because Charlemagne tried to press him. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You ever heard of, nigga wake up call? He paused. Then he was like, you know what I'm saying? You should have got your nigga wake up call when Joe Biden came on here and told you in your face, if you don't vote for him, he black. You ain't black. That's the coldest response ever. But that's the truth. So all Tesla, Charlemagne, and Glowstick do is try to, he'll come, like Tesla, she thinking, talking fast. Because me and her, she done went live. Tesla done went live on just some shit I said. You know what I'm saying? Literally, she going to the revolt shit live. I'm showing my wife, like, look, she bothered. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, yeah. Because my thing is, you always got something to say, but when it come to reparations, when it come to, Democratic white folk doing certain things, you ain't got shit to say. So that let me know, that means you bought and paid for. Regardless of all, it's like somebody who was a real nigga and then snitch. All that shit that you did gets negated. Now, I'm not saying that woman ain't did no community work and did certain things to help people, but now the Democratic Party is paying you to be a mouthpiece for them. So that means you no longer is representing us. You representing them. Because you don't go against Joe Biden. You don't say nothing against Kamala. You don't say nothing against no Democrats. And you know these laws and shit that they're doing right now is foul. But you quick to jump on the MAGA people. You quick to jump. You don't even jump on the LGBT people. But you jump on everybody else. So that means you bought and paid for. So bottom line, man, Trump is the president that we need. Fuck all the bullshit, because I'm definitely voting for him. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get me a t-shirt, and I wish a motherfucker would. You can say something, just don't put your hands on me. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I love my people, but I ain't gonna stand for no bullshit. You can say what you want to say. Just know I'm gonna say something back, but bottom line is just don't put your motherfucking hands on me. I'm legally to carry, so we can talk, we can scrap, or we can rap. Whatever your choice is, you know what I'm saying? This is what my choice is. You know what I mean? Now, when you wake up, meet me on the other side. But until then, get the fuck out of my face. Because at the end of the day, man, I just laid out some shit and showed y'all and told y'all, you know what I mean, that bottom line, dog is not good for us. In Chicago, black people in Chicago is tripping. They voted for that black mayor, which he was a Democratic shield. All these people, man, like from Fannie Mae, Fannie Willis, all these different people, man, that they got in these, like, y'all gotta understand, when they put a nigga in a position, come on, y'all, let me break it down to y'all. Y'all, most of y'all that come across this live work at a job. Tell me y'all never worked at a job where it was a nigga in charge, a male or female, and y'all couldn't stand that motherfucker. Why? Why could y'all not stand that motherfucker? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been in a certain position. Matter of fact, I take that back. I've been in a lot of positions where white folk pick me to be a team leader or supervisor, and I trust me, niggas want to fuck me up because you start taking on their mindset. You start thinking you better than them. But then they also manipulate you and have you feeling like, oh yeah, I'm like, they'll pat you on your head like you the good nigga, and these the ones you need to get in line. It's kind of like the movie Life with the nigga with the, I shoot your ass, you know what I mean, the little watchdog ass nigga. It's always that type of nigga. So y'all gotta understand, these people that y'all, I'm not saying these people not accomplished. I'm not saying they didn't go to school and do what they need to do and make the moves they need to make. But I'm telling y'all, when they pick these people, they are hand picked for a reason. You hear me? They is hand picked for a reason. So at the end of the day, Fannie, the mayor of Chicago, and look what they doing. Okay, why Atlanta is fucked up then? Fannie, Alvin Bragg in New York. Why New York fucked up, Alvin? Why? I just told my wife, I'm like, man, you know how much motherfucker got to go through to get a cart to sell food on the side of the street as a nigga in New York? You can go on Twitter right now. There's motherfucking Latinos, illegal immigrants in New York on the side of the street selling shit. They don't even have a cart. They just selling shit. Why the fuck they not fucking with them? Like, come on, man. Y'all don't see the play? Like, y'all can't be that scared. And it's like being on a plantation. Y'all can't be that scared of freedom, dog. Like, you should have the freedom. That's like telling a female that's getting beat. Matter of fact, there's so many domestic motherfucking violence, murders happening here in Detroit and Michigan in general and around the world. That's like telling a woman that's getting beat and nigga threaten them and, bitch, I'll kill you. And somebody say, girl, you know what? Hey, you know, it been like that for years. You know, you got to kind of stay with your man and work it out. That's how they talk to us, like abused motherfucking victims on the Democratic Party. You should be able to choose who the fuck you want to rock with. If you want to rock with dog, rock with dog. If I want to vote Republican, that's what I want to do. Because I feel like right now they ain't doing what the fuck they need to do. So why would I keep voting for a motherfucker that ain't doing shit for me and my people? Nigga, pockets be fucked up, but we gotta vote Joe Biden because Trump is what? Trump is what? Oh, they try to take over the Capitol. Man, that's white folk shit, man. Y'all ain't never heard that song? We're not gonna take it. White folk just got a different mindset. Why the fuck when you get pulled over, nigga, why your ass be nervous to get out that car? Why white people get out the car and start arguing with the police? Because they got a certain mindset. That ain't just MAGA, that's white folk in general. Liberal, liberal, conservative, it don't matter. They got a certain mindset, man. We got a scary ass mindset, unless it's some nigga shit. I can go leave my car, drive, motherfucker can like cut me off in traffic, let it be another nigga, man, we jumping out ready to kill each other. Literally. Shout out to the one person that came into the room. So we ready to kill each other when it's us, man. We got so much smoke when it's us. White folk, we kowtow, we get scared. That's why people are so geeked about the Alabama, Montgomery shit, because it showed that, man, fuck them people, man. Fuck, we scared of these people, folk, man. I saw a video where a Baton Rouge cop was choking a 13-year-old boy and they was pleading with him. Please let him go. Nigga, if y'all don't throw a brick at his bitch ass, and see, this is what we gotta understand. And I'm gonna give y'all some quick game that we need to start doing, because I'm gonna do it and I'll take whatever come with it. I'm here at a park. If I see, it's a black woman walking her dog, if I see the police just roll up and just start fucking with her, and they wrestling with her and they doing all kind, man, I'm about to grab something and I'm gonna throw it their way. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna make them so scared, because they're gonna say, okay, if it's one nigga that do something, it might be a gang of niggas that are coming out of nowhere that's gonna do something. So let's get this lady up off the ground, get her in the back seat, and then tend the dog. That's what they're gonna do psychologically, because they trained to do that. But that's just common sense. Like, okay, it's 10 niggas around and we choking the shit out of nigga. If one nigga throw something, they gonna get scared and say, shit, get him up off. Like, think about George Floyd, rest in peace to him. But all them niggas standing around, all they had to do is throw something, a water balloon, anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna get a charge, but at the end of the day, you save a man's life. So you throw a water balloon, they're gonna be like, oh shit. Then somebody else throw a water balloon. They gonna pick that George Floyd man up off that ground and get him in that car, and then they gonna tend to who they need to tend to. Matter of fact, when they doing that, they're gonna be calling for backup. We need more cars. You feel me? Because they're gonna be scared. See, they get off psychologically choking a nigga, doing something to a black woman, and we just standing around recording and crying. We need to start picking up something, throwing something at them niggas, man. Because I guarantee you, we quick to get a murder charge when it comes to us. We quick to take a 25 with an L, but we scared to get a simple assault. You know what I mean? Which is gonna get you a couple years. You know what I mean? And you might quite escape if the camera rolling, and they just show you just throwing something because you trying to stop that man from killing somebody. You might get some leniency from the judge. You never know. You might just they might reduce your shit down to a misdemeanor if they get enough cameras on it and you get the right lawyer. So come on, man. Stop being scared about shit. So what I'm saying to y'all, man, diversify y'all vote. Basically what I'm trying to say. All this laughing at Trump ain't gonna get it, dog. I'm telling you right now. While we laughing at that man, you know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the two people that came into the room. While we laughing at that man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all fail to realize, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Trump is a billionaire. Trump is a white man. Trump was the former president. Trump has a huge platform. If they can do that to Trump, who the fuck else would they do that to? If he can't stand up to the judicial system, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck the regular common man gonna stand up to especially let alone a black man? You see how they deal Bill Cosby? The only reason, like I just told my wife today, the only reason why Bill Cosby out is because the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania overturned his conviction because they were wrongfully did some shit, man. They did some shiesty shit. That they just want to humiliate, put Bill Cosby in handcuffs, have him go through that perp walk that man through that prison. They want to they broke laws, man, literally, to basically get motherfucking Bill Cosby in jail. And Bill Cosby is you might well say he's a billionaire with all his assets. And if they can do Bill Cosby like that, now they doing Trump like that, what the fuck they gonna do to your niece? What the fuck they gonna do to your motherfucking nephew, your son, nigga? Y'all not thinking. Y'all just emotionally clapping and shit because it's like we monkey see, monkey do. I like I told my wife, when I was younger, I followed my brother because, you know, we didn't have our dad coming up. So he was like, not my dad, but, you know, it's like, that's my big brother. So I ain't gonna lie, I follow my big brother. But other motherfuckers, I did not follow. I stuck to myself, which carried me all the way up to now. I have friends, I had friends, but I kept to myself a lot, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do what the fuck everybody else do. Niggas selling dope, I did that. I don't really like that. I'm gonna go do something else. Niggas do this, I don't wanna do that. In high school, people would tell you, nigga, literally, if everybody was rocking Air Force Ones, I'm gonna go get some shell toes. I'm gonna go get some different shit, nigga. I'm not about to go get the shit that everybody, oh yeah, everybody wearing the Jordan 1s. I don't give a fuck about Jordan 1s. I'm gonna go get me some goddamn champion boots. I'm gonna go get something totally different and rock my shit. And I've been like that since a youngin'. So that's why my mindset, like, I don't have this. This is not a new mindset for me. Oh yeah, I just see shit for what it is. I'm not following the group, nigga. Period. I have lost friends because I'm not about to follow certain motherfuckers. Once I see niggas moving a certain type of way, I might laugh and kiki ha, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, I don't move like that. I'm gonna go over here and do something else. While they going to sell dope, I'm gonna go to work. While they do that, I'm gonna go get me a business. I'm gonna go do some shit opposite of what the fuck they doing. And that's what we gotta have, an independent way of thinking. We can't be thinking like how everybody else thinking, man. That's our problem. When everybody kiki and ha and laughing like shit funny, you know what I'm saying? We got to sit and stop and think like, man, if they can do this to a rich white man, billionaire, this is unprecedented. Do y'all understand how unprecedented this shit is? Like, this is, this ain't never happened to nobody ever. And we done had what Cat Williams say, man, you go through the book, it's white, vice presidents, white. It's been nothing but white men forever running shit, and they just decide to do this to this particular white man. You gotta ask yourself, what the fuck is going on? What's really going on if they can do this to this man? And that's why I go back to the beginning. Like I said, that's how Hitler did the Jews. Y'all don't understand history, how shit repeats itself. Y'all thinking Trump is Hitler when the nigga that's shuffling, the little old crickety-ickety man, that motherfucker is Hitler. Because he got motherfuckers thinking one way. You get rid of, okay, let's say you, like I said, let's say you get rid of the Republican Party. That means we only have one fucking party. That means we no longer a democracy. Matter of fact, what they just did to Trump is officially we no longer a democracy. We no longer a democracy. They fucking a former sitting president. Come on, cuz, a former sitting president. Regardless of how you feel about that man, he won fair and square. He became the president, and that's how they treat him? Y'all niggas crazy. So I'm telling you, if he don't win in 2024 and Slow Joe get back in there, y'all think shit bad. Now, the man is giving money. You got to ask yourself, who is running the White House? If he can't put two sentences together, if he can't come up a flight of stairs, you listen to Kamala, she don't even know what the fuck she talking about. She talking rhymes. You know, today is Tuesday, and you know why it's Tuesday? Because it's Tuesday, and Tuesday is one of the Taco Tuesdays, and she don't even sound presidential, yo. I would be literally afraid if she became president. If something happened to Joe Biden and she became president, man, we fucked. So you got two people who is very incompetent. So you got to ask yourself, who is running the country? And who is telling these people, oh, we need to send 40 more billion to Ukraine. We need to Matter of fact, we need to make sure these immigrants that's coming to the country illegally, we need to make sure they're housed. We need to make sure they're taken care of. We need to make sure they got health care, they got food stamps, money, cell phones, all that. We need to make sure they straight. But then our homeless, especially let's fuck just regular homeless. You got homeless veterans. You got people who done fought literally for this country that's homeless. Why they ain't being prioritized first over the immigrants? Like, you got to ask yourself real shit, man. They just keep throwing. It's like Trump is like a card or like a movie. It's like, matter of fact, it's like a female who want to leave her husband, and then her homegirl throw up that card. Girl, that's your husband. Girl, don't leave your husband. And make her emotional and make her feel like, you know what? We have been together 8 years, and we do have 2 kids together. But keep in mind, this man been beating on her, cheating on her, all kind of shit. You get what I'm saying? She go to her family. Oh, that's your husband. Don't break your family up. So that's like that boogeyman shit. That's some try to scare a female into, or even a man saying something to you like, ain't nobody gonna want you. You got 2 kids. Ain't nobody gonna want you. That's just trying to keep a motherfucker in a certain place, man. So that's the same psychological shit that they doing to us right now. Especially black folk, man. Like, we got to think, like, when Trump was in office, it was money flowing around this bitch. Did we get the lion's share? No. But right now, we ain't even getting shit. The Ukrainians getting all the money. The immigrants getting all the money. We ain't getting a damn thing. At least with Trump, we was getting some PPP and CDD and EEE. We was getting shit, man. We was, you know what I mean? Blacks was moving up to the middle class, more black millionaires. I mean, it was a lot of things flowing for us financially. Gas was high. Think about it, man. I just told you, man, my wife just went back school shopping. Dog, nigga, you getting your head cracked right now. But see, like I told my wife, we so trained, especially black folk, we don't never want nobody to know we fucked up. So we'll literally be gas on E, ain't got nothing but a cup of noodles in the house, but we gonna keep that, you know, we gonna keep our fronts up like, yeah, we straight. But in actuality, we be fucked up. But people are like that in general. The country is fucked up, man. They saying people, like, you can go in the news, they throw shit in the news. I'm a current events type of person. So I like to see certain things and look at certain things. They saying people, credit cards are maxed out right now. They say mortgages, people shit is behind on mortgages. People behind on car payments. People are in, stocks are doing bad. Exactly. People are fucked up right now. And only thing they can tell us is, yo, if y'all vote for Trump, man, I'm trying to tell you, you remember January 6th? It's no different than going to a party. January 6th to me is no different than going to a party. Everybody having a good time, but you got Raekwon, you got Leroy getting to a fight with Lil Ty in them, and then they get to shooting. Now, the whole night was cool as fuck. Everybody in that bitch vibing, gigging. You know what I mean? You hollering at your little girl. You know what I mean? You trying to get some action. You know what I'm talking about? Some cutty. The whole nine. But then it's always a few niggas or a few females that get to scrapping. Some bullshit jump off and the night ends bad. That's what happened with January 6th from a hood standpoint. All them people wasn't trying to take over. They didn't all go to no motherfucking Capitol, you know what I'm saying, to try to rush the Capitol. It's like here I'm in Michigan. In East Lansing, when we win or when we lose, football or basketball, mostly football, if we lose a game or we win a big game, everybody floods into the street. Everybody up and down Grand River and all through East Lansing. Next you know, you got a few white boys. Let's burn a couch. Next you know, they done threw a couch in the middle of the street and lit a fucking couch. Motherfuckers start jumping on cars and doing all kind of crazy shit. That don't mean everybody in the football game that went to that football game and tailgated was supporting that motherfucking bullshit. That's a few motherfuckers. That's like in every community, in the black community, it's always a group of niggas that's fucking up that makes it looks like, you know what I mean, the masses of black people is into crime or into drug selling or into bullshit. No, nigga, it's just a group of motherfuckers that's on that, a subculture. That's why they keep pumping the sexy reds and pumping these, little babies and all that. They keep pumping the subculture and making it like it's our culture. That's not our culture. Our culture is people of dignity, people of resilience, people, what I'm saying, that's smart, people that's innovative. Man, we is a certain type of people, but they is promoting the sexy red, booty hole brown, and all that bullshit. That ain't us, man. That's not us. So it's the same thing with white people. You got fringe white people, and you got white people that's just straight up, hey, the eagle on the flag, and they love the flag. They just love America. That's all the fuck they know. So at the end of the day, man, you can't say everybody there, man, oh, they try to do. That's what, as soon as say something, the white liberal, hey, but what about January 6th? Okay, motherfucker, what about what y'all done did to us? I was talking to a motherfucker today. He trying to be slick, talking about, because here in Detroit, man, the third graders reading level is so low, it's ridiculous, man. They reading level is sad, man. So they didn't reach the deal with the teacher. The teacher gets so many X amount of dollars. They get, bonus of 25% raise and all that type of shit. So all I said was, well, I hope this year that the kids be able to read. White dude come on there, well, what you need to do is teach them. You know what? You might be right. Because it ain't nothing but a white public school. White liberals created public schools. And that shit ain't working for the black community, because it seems like it's turning out more criminals than it's turning out people that's of substance, to me, from what I see. College then went down, you know what I'm saying? Accepting people getting into college and people graduating, everything then went down. So that means the public school system is not working for us. I don't know about other people, but it ain't working for us. So that's like something that's real bad for us, that, white liberals, Section 8. Section 8 is not good for us. Section 8, I know females personally. I can say some names. I know motherfuckers, like, I can reach out and touch them or call them. You know what I'm saying? Section 8 ain't help. How the fuck you been on Section 8 for 20 plus years, yo? How? Like, how are you moving? Like, you on Section 8 for 20 years? A mortgage is 30 years. You damn near could have did 10 more and owned your own home. They didn't convince you to get on this Section 8 and you thinking you winning. They got you thinking getting food stamps and getting all this bullshit, this government shit, and thinking you winning. Yeah, you winning towards the black man. You can go stun on the black man like, hey, you bum ass nigga, woo woo, because now the state has taken care of you. If you pull the state tomorrow, if the state pulled out every state where's black people at, from New York to LA, in between, if you pull the state out of there, black women will be in bad shape. Not all, because there's some women that stand on their own, that is literally just doing their thing. There's nothing wrong with going to college, becoming a lawyer. My ex-girlfriend is a lawyer. There's nothing wrong with that. You can stand on your own too, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully you can meet somebody that's in the middle, or at least on your level. But you got women literally that's just generation after generation after generation after generation, because the white liberal then pumped them with that bullshit. And if you think about it, and I didn't say this on my live before, think about it, y'all. 60s, the 50s and 60s, black people was doing great. Once they introduced that motherfucking 70s, and they did that whole women's rights movement, gay movement, all that type of shit movement, and then they introduced Section 8 and all that, and the child support system and all that, took the man up out the home. So we got 70s, let's go to 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010. We damn near in our 5th generation of black women, and I'm not putting this solely on black women, I'm just speaking facts right now. So if any black women I'm not shitting on nobody. My mom was a single mom, but I have differences with that. I have issues with that. I wish she didn't go down a certain road. I wish she would have went down another road. But all I'm saying is, the boys that's out here now that's terrorizing the community are a assembly line or a product of a black single mother. Young black boy can walk past you right now. If I look at him too long, what he gonna do? What you looking at, you bitch ass nigga? If a black female walk past me, what you looking at, nigga? That's the same energy. It just, one is testosterone and one is estrogen. Now the one that's testosterone gonna take it to that next level. Now the one that's testosterone just gonna roll her eyes. You just like what you see. You can't have me, nigga. When the boy with the testosterone might pull that blicky out and spray my truck up. Same energy, same shit. We need black men to step up, but we also need black women to understand, hey man, y'all being duped. Like right now, if you think about it, okay, they you know, the white liberals pretty smart now. They know they didn't pump y'all for the Section 8, pump y'all with the food stamps, but now they pumping the college. Who holds the most debt in college student loans? Black women. Who is struggling in this economy? Black women. So it's like y'all get duped into, hey, get a college degree and you don't need a nigga. Now, no other group speaks of this shit. No white people, no Arabs, no Asians, no Jews, nobody. We the only ones that they pump this shit to. So when you go to the Republicans, their whole thing is do for self. What Farrakhan say? Do for self. Farrakhan and Trump ain't no different if you think about it. It's all about do for self. Keep the government out your shit and do for self. When you involve the government in everything, that means, like I said about the Fed now. The Fed now is a way for the government to creep into to the point where they can look in your bank account. Oh shit, he got okay. He owes X amount of dollars. Take that money, freeze his account, X, Y, and Z, or he's buying this. We don't want him to buy this particular gun because we feel like he's on this watch list. That's giving the government too much power. And what we fail to realize, like Hitler, he had too much power. Joe Biden is no different. The Democrats are no different. They're gaining too much power. You can't allow nobody to get that much power on you, yo. So I'm telling y'all right now, if Trump don't win, America is already falling, literally. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be the nail in the coffin. Because you gotta think, look at the plays that they do. If you can't see what they did in 2020 and they trying to run that same play, that's like a nigga trying to holler at a female with the same line, and then her homegirl say, hey girl, did Tony try to holler at you? And she's like, yeah. Did he tell that he run that whole his car in the shop line on you? you gotta get smarter. So if they did in 2020 with the COVID shit, all right, let's say it was a fluke. Let's say, okay. But why is it all of a sudden they want to bring back mass mandates again? It seems like they want to do mail-in ballots again. Mail-in ballots are harder to, like, if you think about it, I voted when I was, 18. That's when Al Gore and Bush was going at it. And that's when they had the punch things and all that type of shit. And they had the hanging chads and all that. But Al Gore, like people were saying, how they treating Trump, they should have treated Al Gore like that. They should treat Hillary like that. Everybody kind of contests an election when they feel like something ain't right. But that's the first time I voted, man, was when the Al Gore and the Bush situation. And if y'all don't see, like, going and casting your vote is how it's supposed to be. You cast your vote. It was a point in time when you cast your vote, polls in at 9, you knew before you went to bed. If you went to bed late, 11:30, 12, you knew who was going to win. Why all of a sudden you got the point where you don't know who won, and then you get to the next day, you don't know who been counting overnight. People done went to sleep, man. Then all of a sudden you see, like the 2020 election, Trump was leading. We went to sleep, woke up, Joe Biden leading by 8 million votes. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all don't see what the fuck just happened? And these machines are digital? Y'all don't see? Y'all thinking the people that they indicted, the 18 plus Trump, y'all thinking these people are reputable people. These are not lunatics. These are not crazy people. Rudy Giuliani, basically, his whole career was about RICO and bringing down the mob and bringing down, you know what I'm saying? I saw my man Guy Fisher. If y'all know who Guy Fisher is, he was part of, I forgot my man, he dead now. But there was big heroin dealers back in the day, man. Part of the council, shit like that. He posted Rudy Giuliani and was like karma. That could be part of Rudy Giuliani. Like I told y'all in the beginning, everybody got karma. Me, you, anybody that's watching, we all got karma. Nobody's perfect. But bottom line is, man, that man is a professional man. Not perfect man, but professional man with a record. Sidney Powell, all these different people, man. These are lawyers. These are people with careers that they didn't build. You think they will put that online just to be on some dumb shit? They were saying some shit that people know. It's people that's whistleblowers right now that's saying that they literally saw people put in ballots 10 times. Take the one ballot and do it 10 times. This is people that's saying this now to the Congress. You can Google this shit. Go to C-SPAN. Google election interference or election, and you got people that's whistleblowers that was there and they saw this shit with their own 2 eyes. Now you fast forward, all of a sudden they moving into COVID mandates slowly but surely. Morris Brown, Hollywood, these is people that's doing this shit right now as we speak. Mass mandates. Eventually they gonna get it to a point where I don't know if we're gonna go back to a full lockdown, but they're gonna get it to a point where when it comes to election, they're gonna be like, oh, we need to do mail-in ballots. And then all of a sudden it's gonna be some trickery and fuckery. And then next you know, you're gonna see the little dude that's down there now can't even think that's gonna be the president again. Like that just don't, man, come on, man. That shit don't make sense. Y'all thinking this man is just contesting shit because he just being an asshole. That he is, because I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So I under one asshole to another. I don't even have $1 billion. And I'm an asshole, so I can imagine if I had $1 billion. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, this man is not putting everything on the line, and everybody around him not putting everything on the line for some bullshit. People do cheat. How we don't believe that the system fucked up, but then we'll believe that a nigga in the hood then did something wrong. See, we quick to believe the people that we can reach out and touch. Like, all right, now, like if somebody pulled up in a Bentley, first thing we gonna be like, how that nigga get that Bentley? We ain't gonna say like, oh, he came up. First thing we gonna say as black folk, if we see another nigga who been riding the bus for years and he come through in the hood in the Bentley, what's the first thing we gonna say? Man, how that nigga get that? Man, how that boy get that Bentley truck, man? That nigga pulled a scam or some type of move. We don't want to believe it. So how do we believe that the system works? The system is ran by humans that make error. Why you think you can have a car to have a recall? Because motherfuckers ain't doing their job correctly. That means somebody was on that line. I didn't work at Dakota Integrated in Hope, Michigan. And we was temp services. We was doing the Cadillac. I was putting in the TV consoles. You know what I mean? If I didn't have, I remember her name, Monique. If I didn't have a good line leader, matter of fact, there's one guy from Iraq, we used to call him Johnny something, but that his name, that wasn't his name, but we used to call him Johnny something, Johnny Bravo or some shit. But he the one who trained me. I had a nigga from Detroit, man, him ended up getting cool, but he didn't, me and him was about to get into it because he ain't had the patience to train me. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't asked you to train me, you bitch ass nigga. So my energy and his energy wasn't mixing. We was about to, you know, so they had to move me and they, you know, pull me offline right quick because I don't give a fuck where you from, who you is, nigga. You disrespect me, you know. Matter of fact, I had to tell a guy, he was a person who who checks the parts, you know what I'm saying, for GM to make sure everything is correct. He mark it and then, you know, you move your shit on down the line. But he kept calling me Bubba, white guy. So I let that shit slide about 4 times. That 4th Bubba, hey, nigga, chill. You say that again, we're gonna have a problem. Oh, I ain't mean no harm. My name is Melvin. Call me by my name. I ain't had no problems with that man. So I'm the type of person, I don't care, white, black, orange, or purple. I don't care who you is. You understand me? But what I'm trying to say to you is, if I didn't have a good line leader and we didn't do that stuff right, we could have sent them things on out. They'd have put them dashboards into them CTSs, them ATs, you know what I'm saying? And then end up having to do a recall down the road because we fucked up. That means we ain't have a good leader or we ain't had nobody. So you think when they doing these ballots, you don't think, like, no disrespect, but niggas in Detroit, you think niggas is doing everything by the book? Niggas tired. It's 4 in the morning. They count ballots. Man, run that shit. Man, nigga, matter of fact, hey, what about that stack right there? Matter of fact, I was a team leader that did stock. And we get to the end of the night, damn, we got to do this pallet. Me, we gotta do this pallet. Some other people, man, nah, let's just push it to the back. And let the first shift do it. Let the second shift do it. So you don't think that shit happens when it comes to ballot? Like, come on, man. We got to think, man. We got to see. We got to think, man. Like, shit, something is kind of fishy, man. How a senile white man get more votes than Barack Obama? How he get 80 million? They say it's only, like, if you do the math, they say it's only registered. You know what I mean? Now, people came out and vote. Who knows? But they said registered, it's only 133 million registered voters. Trump got 77 million of them. That leaves how many more left? Where all them other votes come from? Did votes get counted more than once? The machines are machines that they use in Venezuela and all these third world countries that be having these fucked up ass elections and numbers, and they picking certain people and doing certain shit. So why wouldn't, like, come on, man, like, do the math. So we got to think. We got to move past emotions and move past the bullshit and say, hey, hold up. Like, it's a video I'm about to put up. After I drop this and put this up, it's a video where they got Trump going down some highway in Atlanta and black people out there cheering for him, man. Because we see. I done been in position with the police where police done lied on me. I'm not going to get into what it was, but they lie. I told them one thing, they put in their report something else. I didn't have people who didn't have falsely accused things with the court system and the whole nine. If they can do that to just regular niggas, man, and now they doing it to Trump, come on, man, it's something that's not right in this situation. So as a black man, I understand what Trump going through. Fuck the, oh man, he don't like black people. Nigga, your boss don't like black people. Let's talk about that. Your job where you work at don't like your ass. He might not tell you, she might not tell you. But is you gonna quit your job? The corporation you may work for might not like black people. How about that? So that whole we don't like nigga, matter of fact, we don't like each other. We as black people don't like other black people. But we got the nerve, man, Trump has said, fuck that, nigga, let's get this money. If he willing to give us money, get your money. If he's willing to say, hey, the black people only own, like, look at home ownership under Joe Biden and look up home ownership under Donald Trump, and you do the math. I'm here in Detroit, Michigan. 2%. You got Gretchen Whitmer. They talking about big Gretchen. She got buffs on and all that shit. Only out of 70-some% black city, only 2% own businesses. You have more white people that own property, homes in Detroit than black people. You have all the Arabs, East Indians, and Asians serving the chicken, serving the gas, serving the hair, all that. How the fuck in a predominantly black city is it not being ran predominantly? Now, it's a lot of black people in positions, jobs, but ownership we do not have in Detroit. Make that make sense to me. But then the Democrats run this bitch. And it's like that in every black city. Is this like, damn, is this a conspiracy or is this the truth? And we keep voting for these people. We keep putting these people in power. For what? I wasn't planning on being, I've been on here about an hour. I wasn't even planning. It just, the spirit be moving me. I just don't like how we don't see what the fuck is going on. We need to, like, what Bree say? Stocks is down. In stocks, you have a portfolio. You don't buy stock. I got some stocks. You don't buy just one set of stocks. You what? Diversify your stocks. If you are a eligible bachelor, if you're an eligible bachelorette, do you just pick one nigga? No, I'm going to date a few niggas and pick. I'm going to diversify my portfolio. I'm not going to pick the first nigga that like me or the first female that like me. So why do we think like that when it comes to voting or dealing with Democrats and Republicans, independents? Why we just sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to see, like, if you think about it, Democrats always promise us shit, right? But the shit that they promise us is not specifically. Now, think about it. When it comes to Asians, do they promise or do they do for them? When it comes to LGBT, do they promise or do they do for them? When it comes to the immigrants, do they promise them or do they do for them? See, us, they always telling us promise. It's like, I'm telling you, I always keep using the relationship analogy, but it's a good analogy. It's like a nigga that's telling you, you got a man that don't work, and he keep telling you, girl, I'm gonna get a job. You like, I'm tired of this shit. Today, he gonna have to get a job or I'm done with his ass. And then he happened to have an application in his back pocket. See, I was trying to go get a job. Then you get comfortable, you get lax. A couple more months go by, he ain't got no job. Nigga just keep running fucking game on you. That's all the Democrats do to us, is run game. Why we don't never, like, we got this whole reparations movement going on. Democrats don't even want to touch the shit. And then they telling us, well, the Republicans ain't gonna do it. They will, Republicans or Democrats will do it if we decide to not vote for nobody. If we decide to say, as a block, as a unit, and say, shit, I'm not voting for none of them motherfuckers, that means they need our vote. Somebody gonna say, you know what, man, hey, we can't give y'all what y'all asked for, but we can put something on it. So we can get something from them. But if we just keep voting for a particular party, we never gonna get nothing from that. They're gonna just keep promising us shit. And then the shit that they promise us is shit that they promise everybody else. But when it comes to the LGBT, when they made their law, they did that for them specifically. When they gave them money, that was for them specifically. Like, I don't know if y'all know who Tariq Nasheed is, but he owns a museum, and he talks about, now I worked in a museum. I worked in the Holocaust Museum. And me cleaning, I'm looking at paperwork. I'm watching that. I'm watching the lady who got a sign on the back of her chair say, you know, it's kind of sarcastic, but she just letting it be known I'm working on grants today. So the back of her chair might say, hey, I'm working on grants today. Don't bother me, blah, blah, blah. That woman, her job was to particularly work on grants, to get grants for the Holocaust Museum. Holocaust, Jews, gays, white women get the bulk of the grants. And Tariq then said this. I already know this because I'm right in the lion's den. And then when it comes to us, we get the scraps. When they do shit for Asians, LGBT, immigrants, they give them their money off rip. They don't tell them, hey, you got to vote for me first and blah, blah, blah. They get them their shit off rip. We got to start getting our shit off rip, or we not fucking with y'all. That's like a female. I'm telling you. Sorry to keep using these analogies, but it's great analogy. I done dealt with the opposite sex so long, like I just use it because a female not about to give you nothing unless she a straight bozo, a dumbo. But most females gonna hold out like, I ain't about to suck your dick the first night, nigga. You crazy. Give you some coochie the first night, nigga. You crazy. She gonna hold out for whatever our reason. If it's to go on a trip, to get some money, whatever it may be. Why we don't think like that? Why we just, we got to vote Democrat because my mom voted Democrat. My grandma voted Democrat. I was going back and forth with an old black lady on Facebook last night. And she made a joke talking about, yeah, well, you be locked up right next to him. Because I was like, something about voting for Trump. And she like, well, you going to be right there next to him. And I had to break it down like my sister. We've been voting Democrats since LBJ, which is Lyndon Baines Johnson. He was a hardcore racist. Do your homework on him. We've been voting since the 60s, 64, 65, around that era for Democrats, and black people as a whole haven't moved one fucking needle. Now, individually, Oprah, Puffy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, so on, so on forth. Them individuals. I'm talking about black people as a whole. So if you break it down, 95%, that's black people as a whole. 4% middle class. 1% the ultra rich, which is the Bill Cosby's, Puffy, Oprah, all them. 95% of black people are fucking struggling and still in the same predicament they was in the 60s. Education wise, job wise, home ownership, business ownership, we still got the same fucking numbers. They put these people in front of us. Irvin Magic Johnson, oh, he part owner of the Washington Commanders. He's part of the 1%. The majority of black people is fucking don't own nothing. I just told you Section 8, nigga. Do you understand how they play us? How when we start thinking, then they pop them niggas up. Look at Oprah. Oprah just bought a house in Hawaii. That's Oprah. How the fuck Oprah having a house in Hawaii helps me and my family? So that's a psychological, like, that's trying to live vicariously through another motherfucker. That's why I never was into when my niggas is getting money. That's my nigga getting money. Him getting money don't got nothing to do with me getting money. So what the fuck I'm up under him, hanging with him for? I need to go over here and try to go get me some money. He getting his, why I need to go get mine. I'm not about to live through another nigga and watch him eat good and I'm hoping to get scraps off the table when they fall. Man, fuck that. I'm gonna go over here, nigga. I'm gonna go work. Oh, that nigga lame. No, nigga. I got my own thing going on, nigga. You do what you do. Mine might be a little slower. Yours might be a little faster. But shit, they dealt with a lot of things. Shit, niggas had to go to the feds. Niggas had to, you know what I mean? Niggas got robbed. Niggas got shot. A lot of shit I ain't had to deal with. And that's not a knock on my guys, but I'm just being totally honest with y'all. So I'm telling y'all, man, like, we got to get off of that bullshit and get on real shit and look for what it is. Democracy, as we know it, has deceased yesterday, officially. They indicted 4 times a former sitting president. That's some shit they do in foreign countries, man. That's some shit they do in Venezuela, Ecuador, and, you know what I mean, these little ragtag ass countries. Shit in Africa. Shit that ain't got no kind of political nothing to it. Just basically, you know, it's just about who they want to put in power type ass shit. Like, matter of fact, I believe Brazil, Ecuador, somewhere in South America, opponent that was running for president all of a sudden died. That's a coup. That's somebody, that's the CIA. That's our government playing into their politics. So that means somebody playing in our politics. It's somebody, because you got to think, man, for these people to become president, it takes billions and billions of dollars, right? Who gave Joe Biden and Kamala billions and billions of dollars to become president? Them is the people who really running the country. The reason why they don't want Trump is because he don't need their fucking money. He got his own money and he got his own followers that's willing to pay. He don't have to go to the donors. He don't have to go and suck ass or kiss ass to get money from these particular people. Do you understand me? Like, let me run that back. It takes billions and billions of dollars to become president. You need money for airtime, money to put your election together in all 50 states. It takes billions of dollars to become president. Who the fuck? Okay, yes, you know, you might have some people who donated through their campaign, regular Joe Blow, 10 here, 15 here, 20 here, 100 here. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of money come from PACs, P-A-C, come from special donors. Matter of fact, they got donors where they don't even have to give their name. They just all of a sudden drop 30 million out of nowhere. They don't even have to give a name or who they is. So who gave them people that billions of dollars? Now we see. Shit, they doing shit for the immigrants. They doing shit for Ukraine. They doing shit for... So the people that they gave them that money must be some foreign motherfuckers. Can't be no Americans. It got to be some Chinese niggas. It got to be somebody that want America to fracture from the inside out. Because if you think about it, every from Rome, Greece, all these places that was once top dogs always crumbled from the inside out. That's like a marriage. I'm married. The only way our marriage can crumble is from the inside out. You understand me? It ain't gonna be no out. It ain't gonna be no nigga trying to holler at my wife, or a broad trying to holler at me, or sneaking over here and geeking over here. It's gonna fracture from the inside. You understand me? It don't fracture from the outside. Outside can, you know, put dents and put issues in front of y'all, but if y'all rocking solid together, y'all be able to see that shit. You know what I mean? Say, oh, okay, y'all sit down, y'all communicate, y'all put, it fractures from the marriage fractures from the inside out, not the outside in. So every large group, think about it. Look at basketball. Shaq, Kobe doing their thing. How they shit fractured? Was it from the outside or was it from the inside? Detroit Pistons, when they won that championship, they should have won 3 or 4 more. They shit fractured what? From the inside. Anything, you think about it, man, it always fractures from the inside. So whoever is putting this play down with us in America and pushing the shit that they pushing, obviously want us to fracture from the inside, not the outside. That's why they want to put my man Trump in prison, or at least do election interference where he's so tied up with court dates he can't campaign. See, that's the other thing y'all not understand, because it's constitutional rights that he has as the president. So literally, a lot of these charges might just get dropped when they get to them certain dates and trials and all that type of shit. They just want to have that man tied up where he can't do what he need to do to run for president. He got to go to a court date here, and they trying to have people look like, oh man, he too damaged, and we can't vote for him because he might be in jail. That man might not see a day in jail, and he facing so many indictments and charges. He still might not face no time in jail because everything that he did was by the book. That man is not a dummy. The people that's Rudy Giuliani, they is not stupid people. People do make mistakes, but them is people, man. A lawyer job is to go over shit 1,000 times. That's why you hire a lawyer, a Sam Bernstein, a Jeffrey Feiger, a Mike Morse. And I'm saying these Michigan lawyers, you know what I mean, that people from my Michigan people. They hired these David Kenner. Why you think Suge Knight hired David Kenner to be the lead attorney for Death Row Records? How you think they got Snoop Dogg off of fucking murder? You don't think they went over shit? O.J. Simpson, rest in peace to Johnny Cochran. And my man, the Kardashians' daddy. You know what I'm saying? You don't think these people are smart? Like I said, my ex-girlfriend's a fucking lawyer. She's a trial fed lawyer. I can see that. When she became that, I saw that because I was literally with her in high school, and the way she just set up her questions, the way she talked, I can see why she is the way she is and why she good at what she do. And I'm proud of her. So you don't think these people know what the fuck they talking about? Come on, man. I've been on here an hour and 12 minutes, man. Shout out to the people who've been rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? And a shout out to the 2 people who hit the thumbs up, man. I just want us to understand that we need to vote for Trump, get Trump in office, clear this shit up, clean this shit up, and have a reset and just go on from there, man. But dog, we don't want dog. We don't need dog. Dog got the country fucked up, and people just don't want to say it. The country is fucked up. Period. Y'all enjoy your night, man. Peace.